Now, Samotics technology, called SAM4, is, to my mind at least, a Fitbit for pumps. What do I mean by that? Well, just like the Fitbit that you're probably wearing right now that's monitoring your heart rate, their technology sits quietly monitoring the power supply to a pump. It picks up the various electronic signals that indicate if it's working well or if it needs attention. Simon Jaggers, the man you're about to hear from, is the co-founder of Samotics. Simon's claim is that SAM4 gives real-time, actionable insights into the condition, performance, and energy efficiency of critical pump infrastructure. SAM4 acquires the data, analyzes, and then spits it out into a dashboard with actionable insights. As I said before, it's a Fitbit for pumps. Here is Simon sharing some more.
Samotics is a monitoring system for pumps, in particular, rotating equipment. And it monitors those assets 24/7 to provide real-time and actionable insights about the condition, performance, and energy efficiency of those assets. Right? So what this means on a day-to-day basis is that we detect upcoming faults, either electrical or mechanical, at a very early stage, allowing clients to schedule inspections, repairs, or replacements before downtime happens. And it shows where and how energy can be saved, typically leading to energy savings of 10, 15, even 20% without compromising performance.
Yeah, as the former asset director of a big water utility in the UK, this sort of stuff was my dream, having something that was going to make sure that the car was running smoothly and didn't need extra maintenance. So does it work on all types of pumps, or do I need to have particularly modern ones, smart pumps?
I'm going to say yes. I mean, you'll always find here and there things that don't work, but in general, I would say 99% of pumps is a great fit, as long as they are powered by an AC induction motor, because we really turn that motor into a sensor for the entire system. So it has to be an AC induction motor, but if that is satisfied, we can work. Yeah.
It's measuring the heartbeat of how well everything's going, isn't it? So go on then. Tell me, how many is this? How many of these are in use around the world? How many utilities have you actually got using this, or is this still sort of stuck in the lab?
No. Well, so we monitor thousands of pumps across the globe. So I think in the UK, we are about to implement like the 10,000 pump already, or we're certainly nearing that number. And many of those pumps are very old or somewhat newer. I would say that all pumps that are installed today or have been installed today are traditional in nature. And we integrate our technology with those pumps, whether they're 10, 15, 20 years old, to turn that traditional pump into a smart, connected, even context-aware pump.
Brilliant. Brilliant. All right. 10,000 in the UK alone. That's very impressive. I hadn't anticipated that answer. That must mean that the commercials are well understood. So if I'm a client, how does this work for me? What's the financial model here? How long does it take to get to payback?
Well, let me preface that by saying we very much see this as a technology delivered as a service. And what we found in the field, if that makes sense, is that implementing a technology in and of itself doesn't lead to value, right? So we provide this as a service, meaning we charge on an annual basis for the hardware, the software, and the monitoring service. And this means that we feel responsible and we take responsibility from installing the technology to bring it to value, which includes, for instance, weekly calls. We have people sitting in control rooms of our clients to make sure that they adopt the technology and use it in the best way possible. So if all of that is running well, it typically means that we see an ROI of 400%, meaning that for every pound invested, we generate 4 pounds of value. And so a client like Yorkshire Water recently published in a paper that the value that we brought to them was roughly 7.5 million UK pounds.
Samotics' aim is to make a meaningful impact on the resilience and the sustainability of the utilities that they work with. They're already monitoring literally thousands of pumps, detecting around 90% of the faults before downtime occurs, and identifying opportunities for energy savings. Now, the bit that I particularly like is how it transforms traditional sort of dumb pumps into smart connected assets. The power behind Samotics is electrical signature analysis, or ESA, and ESA is the key to building the smart utility of the future.